Brothers and sisters, I'm back. Just want to discuss, just the logic and, emotional decisions that we make, again. And, just trying to bring some realization to us, again. And for those that's paying attention, then they know where I'm going with this, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I just wanted to say, bring some awareness and give it some thought, my good people. At the end of the day, what consumes your mind controls your life. Now, I don't know if that make any sense, but again, first thought you're gonna be like, huh? And then when you give it a deeper thought, you're like, wow, wait a minute, that do kind of add up. At the end of the day, so we have to be cautious of what we entertain, what's consuming our mind. Because at the end of the day, if it's negativity, foolishness, and that's, what's on our mind 24/7, that's what we're going to produce, man. It's no shortage of people who live a life like that. Take for granted. You catch a kid or a teenager or whatever, and he's listening to, hard rock. And again, he listened to enough of that heavy metal, hard rock type stuff, and he started living that life. He started, wearing his hair a certain type of way, acting a certain way. He take on the mannerisms as to what it is that he's indulging in. You understand what I'm saying? Kind of like how nature, it shapes itself around the environment, and we as people, we do the same exact thing. We adapt to whatever it is that our mind is around in our environment. So, again, your mind is precious. And if you feeding it, like I say, heavy metal music, it's just a matter of time before that child is transformed and, living that lifestyle that comes with it. You know what I mean? And it's the same with rap music. You put a teenager around rap music, they feeling that genre of music. And before you know it, if it's a negative aspect of rap music, you're gonna see that reflect in that kid's or teenager's lifestyle. Again, you take another kid from a different environment, piano classes and listening to classical music. Again, it's gonna reflect accordingly to what that child was given, far as music and production. You just don't see a guy or a preteen listening to Beethoven or Mozart and doing a drive-by in the suburbs. You don't see it because it don't fit the criteria. You see what I'm saying? So again, it just is simple math, man. Being made aware of the way your thoughts are manipulated and how it bends your way of life and your will. And now you're acting according to a corporation's desire, And again, I told you, from Sony's from Sony Records to Wall Street, they all betting on your failure. It's all, based on numbers and money. The same people that got money into Sony Records and these other big executive corporations are the same people that got money invested in, the incarceration system. So again, it's all around, foolproof where they make money off of us. No way, no how, any fashion, any which way. We're going to be sold and manufactured ideas so we can act according and we can fulfill their desire. So this is why I'm giving y'all this type of information. So, you can make better decisions, man. You're not put up against a wall and, you be able to punch through the paper bag and beat the system instead of being enslaved to the system. When you know how the system work and how it think and the map that it got laid out, you can duck it, man. You know what I mean? And you can win. But the only way we win is if, we got youngsters listening to, OGs as myself, that's been down, 10 toes down inside the mud. When you got somebody that's been in the trenches, all you young bucks got to do is, hey, what's happening? What's going on? Let me tune in and see what he, seeing what he's been through. And, again, that's how a youngster can find his directions in life. But outside of that, another youngster leading another youngster, that's destruction. So again, man, each one help one. That's where we need to be at. But not to digress from, how we started this. We started with what consumes your mind controls your life. So if you consume with the lottery, you're gonna end up, bending and folding behind the lottery, the pressure. Everybody want that big win, but look at the hit that you taking in your pocket trying to chase it. So again, but it's on your mind because again, it's put at the forefront. And again, it goes to, other aspects in life. Some guys, that what consumes their mind is, women. And consuming too many women, that brings its own problem. Your life is shaped by it. Either child support on your head by so many kids you got, or you dealing with some type of venereal disease you contracted. But it's no way you can live a certain lifestyle and it be on your mind and you not be a product of the environment. You think about these billionaires. It's two things that they had in common that got them there. One was they had the love for what they was doing, and two is that you can almost say that, man, if I pull this off, it's gonna put me over the top. Now, for the ones that self-made billionaires, like really grinding and didn't have no silver spoon, yeah, those would be the ones that say, yeah, my desire is to be a billionaire, so I'm gonna follow every move and make of the millionaires so I can be the first billionaire. And that's how success is done, man. It's a roadmap, man. It's ingredients to this shit. You can't just, hey, I'm gonna bake a cake with just water and flour. No, man, it's other shit that's essential to making this cake. And that cake is success, man. You need to have the butter, the cinnamon and whatever else, the icing, you need the eggs, you need, all the rest of the ingredients to make a cake. You ain't got all the ingredients, you ain't making no cake. You just making a damn mess. And that's success, man. So many people think that I got a lawsuit, I got 50,000, I'm just gonna buy a building and then just sell, hamburgers and fries and I'm gonna be a success. No, man, you gotta do your homework. For one, how you know the people in that geographical location even like hamburgers and fries? You know what I mean? Then two, is it in a busy area? Can somebody see you? Do they even know you exist? So again, everybody got a plan, but nobody does the homework. And that goes back to the biblical teachings of a fool and his money will soon depart. And you can go online and you can see where these people who got lucky with the lottery, and had it and blew it. It's so many of them that had the money and blew it. They got a show called The Curse of the lottery winners. The millionaires. Those who won big, the Mega Million. And it's just sad, man, because these people was not nowhere near prepared for the financial blessing that they got, and it ended up ruining them. It ruined them. So to the person whose mind is on point, the success and the money that's gonna come. That's the least of your worry, as long as you conduct yourself. But for the person who always wishing and wishing, and then they accidentally fall in their lap, the bag of money. Oh man, you got to watch him, man. That's like a toddler with a butter knife, man. So again, pay attention, man. Always be training for success. If you ain't training for success, you destined to fail, man. They tell you that, man. Be ready, man. Do your homework. Be on point. And always pay attention to what's on your mind. Again, certain music I used to enjoy when I was a teenager, and now that I'm an adult, it don't move me that way, and as an adult, it shouldn't, but it was all good when I was a teenager. But now, as I've been shifted, my mental and I done mature, I ain't knocking the rap game. I ain't knocking R&B. I'm not knocking nobody genre music. But what I will say is that when you in the headspace where I'm at, trying to raise your vibration and frequency, and give tribute and praise to the universe and God. At this point, it's like all the other stuff is irrelevant. You don't even find joy in it. So your only choice of music is music without words. And this is why, I love, the old school classical music or, contemporary jazz. Because It's a canvas waiting to be painted. But when you listen to the music with lyrics, that canvas is being painted for you, and now you're reacting. Now it's basically fabricating thoughts and ideas that's not original from you. So again, this is why they give you all of this FM music with all this bull, And I didn't know it, but yeah, music is a mother, man. It's definitely used to market and target it, certain people, and to get a reaction out of certain people, trigger things, and not just music, it's movies and countless other things. And this has always been going on since motion picture and radio. As soon as they invented that, it was weaponized against the people. It's like pretty much the new way how to hypnotize somebody. You don't need a pocket watch to swing in front of them no more. You just set them in front of a TV, and then before you know it, watch their behavior change. Watch they morph into whatever it is that they're being programmed to do, because that's what it is. So again, my brothers and sisters, I ain't trying to make this video long. Just wanted to touch bases. And as I said before, what consumes your mind controls your life. Pay attention. Again, I can't emphasize how important it is, man. You know what I mean? In this day and time, man, we need some free thinkers, man. We don't need people that's a slave to the system anymore, man. We living in times where it's changing, man. Look around you, man. Things are changing, and we have to change. We have to evolve. We shouldn't have to rely on government and things of this nature, man. Look at what's been going on with us so far, relying on governments all around the world. Nothing has changed. The only person or thing that's been benefited is institutions and the laws. They've benefited. That's why the gap of the rich and poor is so wide. How is it that, it was 10% of the people up top controlled 90% of the wealth? Now, here it is 2021, and they didn't re-edit it and told the truth again and said, no, it's 1% of the population that controls 99% of the resources and wealth of the world. And this is how you know that something is coming to a boil, man. This is why we got, viruses and shit like that, because man's greed has gotten out of hand. So again, I'm not going to go off into prophecy and trying to, solve, all the worldly problems with this one video. But I just wanted to bring awareness to each and every individual that's watching these videos. That, be conscious, man. Be a conscious consumer. Watch what you're thinking and how you entertaining and how you moving, man. And just know that whatever consumes your mind controls your life. That's what you're going to be a part of. You can't detach it. So that's all, man. I love you brothers and sisters from all around the world. And my like I say, my heart goes out to you despite what type of obstacles you guys are facing. I know over there in the UK they protesting. I know South Africa, they going through some things, and Haiti and all of my brothers and sisters. Not everybody should be trampled upon, and one thing we got to realize is that, we're individuals, but together we're all up under the same oppression. No matter where you at in the world, we're all a part of it, this oppression. From government to government, from institution to institution. It's big corporate. They gonna always try to capitalize. And like I say, I can't say this just because I want to say it. I'm saying it because I've experienced. I done been to all these different islands and vacationed everywhere. And, most people look at it as paradise, vacation. But when I got there, it was easy to see that right outside of paradise was the same situation as it is in every urban setting in America. Dominican Republic, soon as you outside that tourist area, it's not paradise. Jamaica is not paradise. Soon as you leave the like I say, tourist area, the Bahamas, South America, it's real, man. Cancun, Mexico, that was a hot spot, but nobody pays attention to the real that's going on, and I'm just trying to bring awareness, man. The whole world is like a ghetto, but don't nobody want to point that out. They just focus on these little hot spots that they call paradise, and you got a little bit of money. But again, man, just bringing awareness. I love you, brothers and sisters. Like I say, what consumes your mind controls your life. Pay attention. I'll talk to you later. Love you.